Stay with that for approximately 2 to 3 weeks before you do the gallbladder flush again, or before you do a vitamin C flush, which will guide you through. And you can ask me that this Wednesday evening. I'd like to invite you again, January the 12th, to my office. I will be your presenter for our ongoing continuing education program that we do in-house. Our program will be Health is a Do-It-Yourself program. We're going to talk about my book, the application of it in your life. It's an important time to kick off 2011 the right way. So please join me. Call my office at 703-698-7117. You know, some practitioners over the years for gallbladder problems have used cascara sagrada and garlic enemas and so forth. In worst-case scenarios, maybe, but it's not something that I'm real comfortable telling you that this is something you should do. If you're guided through it and if it's very specific in its application, they can be done. And I'm just putting it out there because I know somebody's going to call my office and ask me about that this week. So having said that, yeah, does it work? Cascara, if you use too often, can dull the nerve roots in the colon, so subsequently you can't move on your own. Welcome back. You're listening to Dr. Tom Roselle. We've been talking about the triad of health and the 5 factors, meaning the 5 body systems. The 5 body systems are those things that produce symptoms in your body and the things that you protect to try to reverse things. The nervous system, you know, when there's pressure on the nerves, you have a problem. The body's not going to work the way it's supposed to. It's like turning the lights off. Blood supply, everything that goes into you has an effect. So good stuff in, good stuff gets produced, bad stuff in, you got a problem. The lymphatic system is waste disposal system. The movement of spinal fluid produced in your brain, protects the spinal cord, but is very electrical. If the structural systems of the skull or the pelvis or the spine are not what they should be, then you're going to dampen that capacity, and sometimes you're not producing enough fluid. Additionally, acupuncture, the energetic system of your body. This Wednesday evening, January the 12th, in our in-house continuing education program, Ageless Health 101, Health is a Do-It-Yourself program, the title of my new book. We're going to go over that book. We're going to implement it in your daily life, in your health. So start out 2011 the right way. Let's learn how to take care of ourselves. Let's learn how to handle those problems, whether they're heart disease or irritable bowel disease or spinal problems or migraine headaches or whatever they happen to be. Let's do it the right way. Let's shed some light on the subject. And I'll stay there as long as you want to stay. You decide how long we go. The presentation will be about an hour and, 15, 20 minutes to an hour and a half. And then we're going to have Q&A, and I will meet with you, and we will do what we need to do to get this going and get you going and be able to turn your life around. This Wednesday evening, the 12th, 703-698-7117. That's how you make reservations. I'm talking about gallbladder problems, but since we're on the GI system, the system that can cause you all kinds of problems, if it's not working right, you got a problem. Patients ask me, I get dizzy or my stomach is upset and, it's just always irritable. Well, what can I do about it? Well, there's some very specific Asian and Indian and Arabic traditions, and they all wrap around one very specific plant. It's called ginger. And it's not the ginger leaves, it's the ginger root, and you have to make sure that you get ginger root. It works extremely well in many cases, whether you have indigestion or you have a stomach upset or you have diarrhea or nausea. It's been used for thousands of years. It's a tried and true remedy. It's something that can really make a difference, even with vomiting. Not only nausea, but the vomiting that comes about, not only cramping, but diarrhea. And ginger root, the alkaloids with it are very, very powerful, and they do a tremendous job. So whether you have motion sickness, and very safe, by the way, for morning sickness, ladies, you're going through chemotherapeutic procedures, post-surgery, all of those things can be affected by ginger. And what you do is you take the ginger root. Go get a good source of ginger at Mom's or Whole Foods or Wegmans, and what you do is you clean it up and then grate it. Off the gratings, make a strong tea. Let it steep for 15 minutes or so, and then you can drink it. You can drink it warm, you can drink it cold. Just sip on it, and you'll find that it'll begin to dramatically reduce that sickness, that motion problem, that nausea, that irritation, that diarrhea. The other thing that you can do if you can't keep anything down is just take a piece of the ginger root. Just cut a little piece of it and put it in your mouth and kind of chew on it and suck on it. And just doing that can make a huge difference. Ginger root is very safe, very few side effects to this, and it does definitely relieve stomach problems. There are other tummy things that you can use as well: peppermint, spearmint, rosemary, cinnamon, lemon, they all work well, and you can make combinations of teas to do that. Peppermint actually works really, really well for irritable bowel syndrome and GERD. It calms the body. After you eat, try something very simple. Drink a hot cup of peppermint tea. It calms muscles of the stomach. It relaxes the body. Also great for gallbladder problems. It increases the flow of bile within the system. There are simple things out there, and then if we pay attention by changing the things that we're putting into our body, remember, I truly believe, and has been my experience for 35 years of practice, that what's going on with you is because of your hand, indirectly or otherwise, meaning that you're doing things that you know you shouldn't do, or you're doing things that you shouldn't do that you're not aware of, but once you're aware of it, then it becomes your fault, or not taking the time to support your system the way it should be supported, so you end up in the hole that you're in. We're here every Sunday at 12 o'clock bringing you the most up-to-date information on integrative care. Check us out at our website, rosellecare.com, and join me this Wednesday evening, January the 12th at 7:30, 703-698-7117.